What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we finally got the S472 in for the L5P here behind me that we've been waiting on for a little bit now. Like I said a while back, this turbo took forever to come in for whatever reason, but we will go over the specs and everything along those lines with the 472 that we got. But I want to go over a little bit of what I'll be doing, comparison-wise between the two, because I think it's a great opportunity to show off the 369. I don't think I've taken you guys out on a drive yet with this truck to see what it sounds like and everything along those lines, the drivability of everything with a 369, which is a smaller S300 series versus a way bigger S400 that we'll get into. But like I was saying, if you go online, you do some research, people are saying, the 369 in some cases actually, has a bit more lag to it than the 472. And I just want to do a little side-by-side comparison of them, which we will do next week. I want to get everything, a good test drive on this and everything along those lines of really a full in-depth review. But today I just want to go over the turbo that we finally got in. So we got a Force Inductions S472. Let me put the camera down for a minute, and I'll get this pulled out. I want to talk about everything that we'll be doing. Okay, so now that we got it out of the box and over here on the crate to talk about a little bit more, we got an S472 from Force Induction. This is the same exact turbo that I have on my 5.9 Mega Cab. Great turbo. I love this turbo. This should get us close, kind of like my Cummins, up into the 1,000 horsepower mark, which is what we're shooting for, a horsepower goal on this truck. And it's going to pair very nicely with the WC Fab S400 kit that we got a while back, which I kind of talked about. But as you can see, we got the Y bridge. We're going to do a set of injectors, pump, and everything along those lines on this truck. Basically everything you can do to a stock engine, for now. Got the 5-inch intake and all that good stuff. Now, there's a couple other little supporting mods that I want to talk about that we'll be doing with this. And for starters, as you can see right here, let me pull this pedestal out from WC Fab. As you can see on the backside here, you have to take off the factory up pipes because it's going to get this new pedestal to sit on, which is a twisted pedestal, as you can see right here. So the turbo is going to sit twisted. That's flat. So it's going to sit on a little bit of an angle like that. And what we're going to do is do a set of up pipes while we're at it. We weren't exactly sure if we wanted to do it or not, but odds are, with the mileage on this truck, we're going to end up snapping the up pipe bolts in the factory manifold. And we figured, you know what, let's do the up pipes while we're at it. And the worst case scenario, if we snap them, be another great opportunity that we're probably just going to throw in some WC Fab manifolds on this truck. They are not cheap by any means. I believe they're almost like $1,500. But if we're already in here and they end up snapping, there's no point in going through all that hassle. But, we'll see, because with the end horsepower goal that we're shooting for up near 1,000 horsepower, up pipes can probably handle that, but to what extent? And, I don't really recommend up pipes per se if you're not making a ton of horsepower, but the truck will be up near 1,000 horsepower mark. Will they last? Probably, but for how long, who knows? It's a ticking time bomb. It's just another thing to address while we're at it. So we got the WC Fab up pipes. I have them. They're just not over here right now, but that's what we'll be doing as well. So it's going to get the S472 right here and the up pipes, the S470 or the S400 kit from WC Fab, 100% over S&S injectors and an S&S 12mm pump. Now, some people say this turbo will not be able to get us to 1,000 horsepower, which is, we'll see. We're going to get this on basically for show season. It's coming up pretty soon, and where we're at up here in the mountains, it probably will not make that 1,000 horsepower number. I'm sure we'll be pretty close to it, but this truck will be at Atlantic City Truck Meet over the summer, and they do have a dyno there, which is sea level, which would be a great representation of, what the truck is going to make, because at sea level, when the air and everything is perfect, you'll end up making peak power down at that elevation. But just wanted to throw it out there today that we got this in, and that next week, I'm going to do the full comparison of the two. The S369 on this truck, in my opinion, runs great. I do not have really any thing to complain about. Haven't driven the truck much, honestly, with the 369 because it's not my truck and I don't drive it constantly. But from driving it around, I don't really see, anything noticeably laggy about it. Over a stock turbo is a great option, doesn't lag too bad, and you can still tow a decent amount of weight with this and not have to worry about, you know, drivability issues, especially because this truck does have a tune in it for higher shift points, which we'll go over as well next week, that really keeps the truck in peak boost and, in my opinion, runs phenomenally. Super clean tune, obviously, but when we throw the 472 on there, naturally we're going to have some more smoke because it's going to take way more fuel to light this turbo up versus the smaller S369s on it. But, you know, we'll get a side-by-side comparison, pulling it off of, you know, how much bigger it actually is. This turbo really does no justice. This is my fist, as you can see the inlet right here. But like I was saying, that's pretty much the plans for this, and I can't wait to finally get cracking on it because we got all the parts in finally. But that's really about it for today. Not going too crazy. Just wanted to update you guys on the turbo. We finally got that in. Next week, what I'm going to do is go on a full test drive and give my review of the 369. Then the following week, we'll tear it apart. We'll get all this good stuff installed on it. The 472, the pump, the injectors. We'll go over all that. I'm probably not going to go too in-depth installing the injectors, because I already made a video about that previously. The pump will be new. Never done that before, so I'll kind of go into more detail on that. But that's really about it for today and for this video. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Stop this conversation. We got no